Welcome to another kingscrusher ICC Blitz Banter. It's 9 PM UK time. Okay, let's start. Trent David is keen as usual. Okay, 3-2, so it's a 2-second increment. I hope stream's okay. Alright, hi guys on stream. I'll say hi all if I can type. I'm waiting for castling, yes. Hack attack time. This is a Nakamura line, which has given me very entertaining games indeed, usually. Wondering how it'll work out here. I'm a bit concerned actually. although yeah, I know it's a knight sack, but I have seen it before, honest. it's Nakamura. He unleashed it against the GM in I think Foxwoods Open when he was a kid. And won. But I'm wondering, is it knight g5 or bishop c4? Bishop c4 or knight g5. Should really know this. Maybe knight g5 first. That gives the idea. I'm wondering about. Yeah, I should know this if it's bishop c4 or knight g5. I'm a bit concerned actually. Okay. The queen is ready to go to h5 though. If I played bishop c4, I think they might be both dangerous. Both knight g5 and bishop c4. So yeah, okay, well, I was hoping they're both dangerous. Can I do this just to stop these discovered check ideas? Now I've got bishop c4 and I've got queen h5, and he's ignoring both. Okay, I've got queen h5 now. Should I be worried? If I play the check or knight takes f7, there's queen e5 on the cards. I'll play the check for a moment. My knight's hanging actually. This one will stop the knight hanging, which might be a good safety point. Really, I want to protect the bishop, so I can play knight h7. So either, well, not either, queen d5, queen h5 will do that. Queen d8's not working, right? Rook h7, knight f7. Oh, queen h5. If knight takes, I mate. Queen h5. So I'm threatening mate. Knight h7. Fortunately, the queen is also protecting the bishop. g4, bishop g4, knight h7, knight g4, queen g4, no, knight g4. Let's stick this rook in the attack. We'll just castle. If I just castle, I want to this f file. I don't know how dangerous the f file is. I've connected the rooks. Hello, hello.
Check.
The queen here, I think there's knight e6 to win the queen. Queen f6. Dangerous though. Bishop e5. If I play bishop c4, are we threatening mate again? With queen f7. Right. And let's not spend too much time. Right. If I do this for bishop moves. Wonder if I can play knight takes.
Check.
I'm fighting queen g8 now. Okay, tense one. Thanks for the game, Trent David. Let's play Charlie Columbia. Hello, Charlie Columbia. Oh wait, are we going to have another PS? Don't tell me we're going to have this line again. No, we're really going to have this line again. I was a bit frightened actually if I played it wrong. If it was knight g5 or bishop c4, I should really look up the Nakamura game once in a while, because that line is like hyper aggressive. This is slightly different now. I'm hoping he'll strengthen my centre. I can still go for an h-pawn attack. This is a 5-0 without increment, by the way. I could support the centre here and advance the bishop g4. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. I have to protect here. Bishop g4, forget the h-pawn for a moment. Why don't I just castle? Just castle. If he wants to give me a centre, I'll be happy. Oh, he's giving me f7. I'll treble on f7. So my centre's collapsing here, is it? Rook f7, bishop e6. Rook f8 takes. Queen f2. Okay. Centre's under fire. Can I play this? I wonder if he's going to play bishop h6 maybe. Alright, I need to think about this. Centre's under fire. Queen f2. Give up c3. Not this one. No, I lose d4. I end up losing d4 in these lines. Do I? I need to protect my queen or something. What about queen d3 just to hold against the taking mechanism? That's not entirely fun, I must admit, that I'm landing c3 here and centre. In fact, rook d8 seems... Yes, rook d8 seems logical. And embarrassing. That was bishop g5. Hold on a sec. Well, there's knight e5. I'm getting done over, aren't I? There's knight e5. Oh, blimey. This is becoming a mess rapidly. That was terrible. leaving the queen on the d file. But I think that didn't seem that easy. Yeah. It's collapsing. In fact, CD's on the bishop. Try this. Trying to get more pressure on f7 and blunt this queen hitting the bishop here with CD. Maybe that's the best thing to do. Still got some coordinated pieces, it's not ideal. It's got c4. c4 hits both bishops. This could be a goner actually. I think c4 is pretty strong. Oh, I thought c4 was winning. It's not good, is it? If I think c4 is winning, it's not, obviously not a good position. But what is this about? What is this counter exchange sack about? Yeah, I thought c4 was pretty crushing. I have to maybe quick check on that after. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I can only apologise on stream. Oh, bunny. I don't know. I was getting annihilated. I'm pretty sure c4 was just winning outright. Oh dear. Oh dear. c4 was just winning outright. We're just going to check that after. Alright, it's not over yet, of course, but it's better than it was. Let's give the king h2 on the check. In fact, the check and queen e1 is still pretty dangerous.
Check.
Oh, this is still pretty dangerous. Aha. Can I get a pawn back with this? Try and nab c5 if I can. Oh, I'm hitting the bishop actually. That's check, unfortunately. I can't pin that because they check. Get out bishop h4 as well. Well, that's decisive. I feel totally let off from earlier, I must admit. But still nothing to write home about here. As they say sometimes. Is there this idea I can pin the bishop?
Check.
This isn't easy at all.
Check.
Oh, I've just blundered a piece. Oh dear. Oh, what am I doing? Just blundered a piece there. I just blundered his rook back. This is not an accurate game, is it? Oh dear, it's not an accurate game. I'm afraid. I'm sure I was getting done over. We'll have a look at that c4 soon. Just quick post-mortem, tiny. Let me do a quick post-mortem just for a moment. I think I've just been crushed. Just around here. It looked awkward already. Oops. This is getting... Oh, hang on. She's on bishop h6. And if here? Queen g5? What's the idea of this? Oh, just the mate like that. Forget about the centre collapsing. Yes, easy. But this is better for black.
Check.
Obviously the exchange up. I think this is flawed. c4 is -6 to the engine. It's actually -6. This is the move. I think that would have been it, because my bishops are skewed. That's what I was wondering about. These bishops are just totally gone. That was a total let off. Okay. Yeah, he could have just annihilated me with c4. Alright. Anyway, Ultimate Beast. Thank you, Charlie. Let me off. Ultra Beast, not Ultimate Beast. I think I should have gone for his king, let the centre collapse. There's a little moral of that little story. I was concerned about the centre and didn't get any king attack. The centre's going to collapse, it's going to collapse, yeah. That's the way it is, but you might as well try and go for the king after, while it's collapsing. Find a mitigating circumstance for justifying the play there. Do I want to play that? Maybe I want to play knight takes. In theory, I like this. Well, I like it. If I can get the rook away from the f file, so f5 isn't so effective. I'm wondering, knight b3, c4, there's always bishop e3. And bishop b7 and d4. I think d4 immediately is not to be advised there when the knight was on c3. The knight would have gone to e4. Yeah. Okay, so bishop e7, h5, that sort of thing. Or d4 bishop e7. Yeah, it's still kind of thinking I should. Oh, look at those light square weaknesses. Yes, time to go back. Or d4. Which one? Or even h4. Aha, establish a fawn pawn. Now I'll go on to this diagonal. Now I think queen c6 is not yet dangerous because there's rook f1, but I think it's potentially dangerous here. Maybe I'll put a knight into e3, knight d5 to e3. I'm on f. No, I'm not on f4, but the knight can come into e3. Or c3. If I support the d pawn, then I've got c4 and bishop c5 on the cards potentially. So c4, not bishop c5. Actually, the knight's holding c5. Bishop h4 is a resource here. which might be handy because knight takes. There's queen h1. Queen moves. I can take. Ooh, I'm going to play that. Ooh, queen h1. Ooh. Just in time. And take here. I think f3's weak. Knight takes queen h1. Why is it f3 drops? Well,
Check.
check. Yeah, that's mate there. Thank you, Ultra Beast. Okay, I'm a bit more pleased with that game than game 2 in this session. I just want to say that for the record. Okay, any other challenges? Otherwise, I'll play an auto pairing. Oh, girls, I'm being thrown into the auto pairing horror. The horror of the auto pairing. There's no immediate challenge. Okay, I'll do a 5-minute auto pairing. I was shot down recently on the auto pairing. I had this morning, I think I told you last week actually. I still haven't done another batch of videos, but I had this morning I was shot down by a group of IMs and GMs. It was just relentless on the auto pairing. My rating crashed below 2300, shot down from the skies, went up to 2300, was shot down. That's the way it goes sometimes. I might need an ultra solid opening repertoire or something against the GMs in particular. Something which doesn't collapse too easily. Alright, I am addicted to the H pawn actually. Like some GMs, like Simon Williams, apparently he likes his Harry the H pawn. I'm addicted to this stuff, especially when there isn't a defender here. I think it's just too tempting. Doesn't often work against GMs, as I've noticed recently, but yeah, this might be fun here. Okay, we've got the double pawns to play with. Am I worried? Am I worried? Still push Harry. Harry's coming to h6. Or is he going to stop? He just stops it. Okay, he just stops it. It's not the end of the story though. Rook g3, queen b1. Not the end of the story yet. Here, maybe I'm threatening rook g7, bishop h6. Actually, rook g8, and what am I doing? Messing around here. Rook g8. I wonder, rook g8 if I take. In any case. Oof.
Check. Check.
Now if knight g5, king takes, there's knight e6. So I'm going to push that for
Check.
that. Knight e6 will win the queen. Knight e6, queen h6. There isn't queen h7, but there's king g8 simply protecting the rook. So I need more firepower. I'm just going to put this back, threatening queen h6. I have nabbed a pawn, maybe king f1 soon, just to get out of the queen c3 business. Does the queen want to come to c4? King G1. We have an interesting position emerging. Knight G5. If Queen C4, Knight G5. Because if King G7, H6. If takes, what can I do? Put this here to try and... He's doing something about this B file, right? No? I'll put the queen here. And King G2. Ooh. There's Knight E3 coming up, is there? I think I just take it. Rook G3, King F2. How does he put pressure here? I hope he hasn't got pressure. Actually, he's giving me Queen C2 to think about. Or Knight G5 now.
Check.
If Queen H6, there's Knight F7. Can I play H6? This is a sort of statement that I'm depriving this H6 square because of Knight F7. Is there any other comment that move is making there? My rook's not doing a thing over here. Oh man, no, I could be in big trouble. I am in big trouble. That was dumb. That was mega dumb. That was mega dumb. What have I done? I've got no moves. Simple move. Knight F3, Rook G3, King H2, Rook G2, H1, Rook G4. I'm just getting mated, I think. This is really unfortunate. He's going to take the knight, not the queen, isn't it? This is really unfortunate. I was hoping to keep the knight there, but he's going to just take the knight. This is very desperate indeed. He's just going to take the knight. I think to be sadistic. He just takes the knight. Okay. I haven't even got Rook F1. Very funny. We're not even king here. It's just so horrible.
Check.
It's just so horrible what's happened. This is just so horrible. What was I doing? It's like I fell asleep there. I fell asleep there. I don't think I've got any counterplay chances in particular. I haven't got any counterplay here. And there's check. That's about it. I don't know, that doesn't do anything.
Check. Check.
Stuck.
Check. Check. Check.
No, no, I'm dead. I'm dead meat. Dead meat. I think I know it. Oh man. Well played. Okay, chess 64. Oh, I fell asleep there. I don't know. I thought I was just winning over there. So King's Gambit. Having some weaknesses here. Is it worth just taking this? I think I'll just take this. Okay, if I just drop the bishop back after d5. I could win another pawn here. Can we do that? Right, the king can't castle. Good sign. Oh, they can castle technically there actually. Probably has to castle queenside. Although, hang on, queen c3 check. If he castles, which is legal by the way, but queen c3 check is probably dangerous. So I believe all in all this is dangerous for black.
Check. Check.
Okay, a rook on the 7th should be worth something, even if the queens come off. Okay, it's pawns versus the bishop.
Check.
Another pawn. Might as well grab another pawn while I can. Give the king c2 or d2. c2.
Check.
If I get these pawns going, they should be okay. If I get them going. Do I get mated with bishop h6? There's d7. Right. And is there rook f2? Do I have a chance rook f2? Let's check king d3. Hopefully. Okay, no, okay, I'm going to lose that pawn. Try and get this one. There'll still be 3 pawns over here if it gets the d2 after. It is a bit of a pain.
Check. Check.
Try and get this one going. Or this one. I think it's going to be tricky to defend this as black because these pawns seem reasonable. Oh, his clock stopped. Let's check if I'm still connected. Oh. Just defend that for a moment. That was a mistake, but he only had like 10 seconds to think about it.
Check. 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 Check.
Okay, thanks. Dugos. Let's play Dugos next. Okay. I'm a bit deafer than usual at the moment. I've been taking OTEX. I'm trying to clear it up. It's the winter. It's getting quite cold here in the UK. Quite often happens in the winter to me. So anyway, back to the game position. So this, I kind of like this position because the dark squares are usually okay. The dark squares I think will be more than okay if I have this bishop without a counterpart. And yeah, okay, so what's going on here? Yes, bishop without the counterpart. Maybe I need to tuck it in bed over here. A6, bishop A7. Or I'm worried about D6 though as well. Alright, I'll just play this. Maybe king f8 on the check. I should have perhaps I should have just castled there. That seems a bit eccentric. Actually, that's a bit eccentric.
Check.
This is a bit odd though, castling queenside usually. I think I should be okay with A6 and B5. I think there's okay. There's knight f4 as well to think about. Bishop d7 and b4. Knight f4 hits g2 on g3. You know, maybe knight h3. hits f3. Knight f4 is pretty nifty, usually. g3, knight h3. Okay, over here then. Just trying to open up the queen on b2, maybe. Like e5 is something to be concerned about. Queen's on b2, a4, a3. Yes. That's a good point. Takes with the rook, queen e7, and takes with the queen.
Check.
Don't mind so much. Knight h4, king f7. I don't fear this intuitively that much. Knight g6, rook e8. Okay, there might be, no, not rook e5. There might be just carrying on. Queen, oh, there's check. Yeah, there's no counterpart on the dark square.
Check.
It's fatal, isn't it? It's just weakening. Okay, it's got the knight on it. It's not entirely fatal. Rook b8 and b3 is interesting, but I'm the exchange up. Should I be worried? It is for a pawn. It is for a pawn. I'm trying to open up some lines. He's got knight c6 coming. And play like this. Rook e5, there's always g4, right? It might not be so funny. Let's check this g4. No? Let's take it then. So rook h2, I mean the rooks should be okay, just about here. The rook should be okay. I'll go for h5, h4. h3, this is a loose piece. Still a loose piece. Okay, thanks for the game, Douglas. Unexpected. Tales of unexpected. Let's go with this line. It's fairly straightforward, I find, to exchange and go for this line in Blitz. Generally, it's attacking because I don't think anyone expects castling queenside from an exchange French. Apparently Kasparov once used it, so I'm told. That's how I picked up the line. We go here. he's been a bit... He's not worrying a bit, is he, about anything? And he's actually extinguished my attacking bishop. Do I get anything here? I'm not at all sure I get anything here in terms of an advantage. Unless, can I have the cheek to play knight c7 while the rooks are not connected? Knight c7 coming up. I think it just goes self-pin, except if you went there it doesn't matter about the pin. Does it? Family fork. Take the rook. Get the rooks off.
Check.
Sort out knight b4. I don't want to face knight b4. Deprive the knight a bit. Maybe g3 and queen d3. Knight d4, queen d3. Okay, can I play queen here? It's centralizing the queen a bit. This could be tricky. Queen e3 for queen e8, but again, you know, king h7. Do I need to use this h pawn? h4, h5 for rook e8. I wonder. It might be necessary. Okay, this knight's going to be a trouble maker, isn't it? If I play h5, the check. Alright, there's a check and takes. There's queen d3. That's going to be trouble. Queen d3 is going to be trouble. What I can do is get the queens off, like a check-in. Get the queens off before I get mated with queen and knight. But I've given him a pawn to do that little trick. b4, rook b4. Just concerned about this pawn I've given him. Maybe too threatened. What about rook b4? In fact, you know, rook a4 was possible. Why do I want to go for that pawn? Go for this one, then come back.
Check.
There's rook g5 on knight g3. Little trap.
Check.
Okay, thanks for the game, unexpected. Certipozzi. What's your profile? 2300 is a good rating. 5-minute 2100. Are you ready? The 5-minute auto pairing ratings are usually less, in case you're wondering on stream, and 200 point gap is typical. 5-minute auto pairing is a killer basically. But anyway, is he ready? Is he ready? Are we going on to another challenge? I think we're going on to another challenge, guys. I'm going to abort this. Libyan's pawn. Let's try this. I've got a plan. Let's play like this. Bishop outside the pawn chain, e6 and d5 later. I think it's called the Wade defense after Robert Wade, who I have played once, I think, in 5-minute chess at the Checkers Cafe in London. He was really good. Really good player. Do I want to play d5? I think it's called the Wade variation. You know, I might be getting that wrong. But anyway, whatever it is, it's an interesting idea because it's trying to get the bishop outside the pawn chain and then get the French defense pawn structure. But it's not such a big deal, really. White's pretty solid here. Probably some sort of minority attack is to be aimed for. Okay, I don't mind that because it's kind of, it feels solid at the moment. I'm wondering if I can play for a minority attack on the queen side. b5, maybe even knight a5 to c4, just to try and, that'll be an aggressive pawn on c4. Okay, I'm not too worried at the moment. Maybe I should be, but I'm not too worried. Is he going to do this? Alright, let's go in here. Undoubles. And still feels solid to me. There's still a5, b4 trying to inflict some structural damage. a5, queen b6, b4, just trying to inflict some structural damage. Am I worried? I don't know about that. I think I'm just going to put it on at e4. Maybe even here, just to get the d5 square for the queen, actually. I guess the pawn can be potentially surrounded with f5 and rook f4. Unless I play f5 here, then that stops this naughty rook f4 idea in its tracks. Can I play like this to defend my king? Rook c7, g7, just to build Fort Knox around here. I want to do this Fort Knox and then b4 on this side. Try and weaken this structure over here. Got to be careful about the use of the a file, though. It's not really achieving anything at the moment. The a file, yes. The a file is going to be dangerous. I'm not weakening anything. Not weakening. And take the a file. Let's take this a file. I think it could be handy. Queen a2. Or b3. Well, in fact, the immediate b takes is on, surely. Infiltration here, possible. Queen coming. What if I played b3? Is it too closed? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, let's do b3. Pretty close position. Actually, I'm not sure how this is going to pan out at this point. It doesn't look too clever in many respects. Okay.
Check. Check.
I can avoid a perpetual. I don't have to lose my rook, which I think is a bit of good news. I don't have to go on to this for a check.
Check. Check.
I want rook here to here. Although he's got rook b4 after that, hasn't he? It's not going to do anything, is it? This is clever. Go here. Force him to try and play for a win. I'll try and get my king in there. I've got this pawn here. It's a queen. Mind over matter. This pawn could be more important than the extra pawns. Unless I'm getting mated. God, I'm getting close to getting mated.
Check.
Oh, I'm going in there. Threatening mate. Oh, there was mate there. I just missed it, didn't I? There was a checkmate there. Okay, yeah, my king compensated a bit. Benny wins. Hi, Benny wins. That was called pushing for a loss. I was pushing for a loss. I wasn't entirely. Yeah. The king is a useful piece, though, in the end games. I can try and castle queenside. Maybe even. I'll take. Yeah. I'm not worried about the check. This fragmented pawns that I'm looking at, which make the king's gambit worth playing a lot of the time. Okay, my king is inconvenienced, but I'm looking at the fragmented pawns here. There's bishop f7 for the check.
Check.
I think I'll take this opportunity.
Check.
For rook h4. Because that gives me rook f4. That wins the queen.
check,
to play for rook f1. Get my king out of danger. Alright, queen f7. If rook e7 as queen f8. This rook is imprisoned. One sometimes gets interesting advantages from the king going. Max happy. Have we? Just check when I played. I'm losing track now. Max happy. We have not played yet. Hello, Max happy. Let's try a French defense with knight c6. And okay, what's happening here?
check,
Queen here, there's knight f4 actually. Better go back. This is looking dangerous. Have I got knight e5? Potentially knight e5. Not knight d4 because he's always got bishop g6. My king is not castled. There's knight e5 here, thankfully. I can get rid of this dangerous bishop. And e5. And d4. Knight d4. I'll kick this guy. Still cannot castle. Okay, what about b6 for a moment? This is looking crazy, but b6. I need to be able to play bishop d7 and castle, I think. What about a5 and bishop a6? This might be more logical to put the bishop here with tempo. Then castle, queen side, which is stopped. I can play e5 on queen e3. This. Actually, it's not pinned or anything. Maybe b5 then. There's knight c5 again. Okay. This is, maybe it wasn't clever. Bishop c4 here protects d5 for a moment, and I want to play maybe b5 after that.
check,
D takes b5. Try and undermine the centre here, get the queens off. If I take on c3, I don't think that helps. Blockade for a moment with rook e8. d4 is threatened. You know what? Knight e4, there's bishop d5. Okay, maybe I go with this. Maybe. He's always got knight f6 as well. If I take knight f6, still do that. Rook f6, check. Bishop e6, knight f6, bishop f6. There's always bishop f7. And if taking the knight, yeah, let's try this. So I'll take. There's always rook f6. If knight e6, rook e6, knight f6. I'll play rook f6. Alright, now if knight f6, okay. So if knight f6, rook f6.
Check.
Right. So it doesn't work, does it? He's got rook e6 here. That was dumb. Hang on. There's a diabolical trap here, isn't there? Knight g4. Thankfully, I've just spotted that. No, that was not calculation. That was accident. There's knight g4. Can't play c6. It's not illegal. It's a legal move. Stops rook a5.
Check.
Oh God, what am I doing? Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm falling asleep, man. Sorry. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've just done. That's just crazy. That's just madness. Oh man, it's just madness. What I've just done. I've just blundered a piece. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Oh dear. Try and get this pawn. There might be still a chance to save this game if I can try and wake up and be resourceful.
Check. Check.
Oh no, it's falling to bits. Yeah, I'm not
Check.
with it. That's terrible. Terrible. What have I been doing? What have I been doing? I haven't been doing anything too much, but I don't know.
Check. 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 Check.
It's
Check.
relentless. It's over, really.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
That's it. I don't think there's going to be a stalemate somehow.
Time warning.
I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. Sorry. I don't know what's happened there. I collapsed. After the initial escape. Let's play auto pairing game just for glutton for punishment. Okay, George. Similar thing last week. Play for h5 knight g4. He's not careful. Can I play like this? So I'm wondering if h4 g4 is going to be dangerous. h4 g4. h4 and g4. He might play h3. And there's knight h2, locking down on the light squares. This knight's a bit fragile. This f file to play with, bishop c5. Knight c5 is not doing anything. This knight's just bad at the moment. Bad news. Can I put some pressure? Yeah.
Check.
I wonder if I got b4 locked down. Well, this knight is a bit of a problem. Taken out of the firing line. Knight f6. Try and get rid of this guy. He can play b4, can't he? I suppose I have to be worried about that. b4, that's bishop d4 now. Play g4. There's be bishop f2 and g3 potentially. I might want to treble first, but it's looking better than it was before. If I can treble first, or yeah, bishop g3. It's got everything covering f1 at the moment. There's a4 here, just to try and get the bishop away from f1 for bishop g3 to be more effective.
Check.
I think it's queen on diagonal. That's worth anything. Blockade. Rook e7. I was holding c7 at the moment. e4. There's bishop a6. There's b5. There's f3 here. Queen takes. Does that do anything? There's queen b2 as well. That's interesting to look at. Queen b2. I wonder if that gives me bishop a6, b4 take. There's a check here for f3. I mean, you can ignore it, of course.
Check.
It puts the king in the corner, whatever that was worth. Okay, now I'm getting attacked. I've got to try b5 to lock down. If I can support b5. Maybe here. Rook a6. Probably too late. This guy come in. Oh, he'll do this, won't he? It's well worth it. Ouch. I don't think I'm going to make this. No. No, that was well played. Oh. Did we play Benny Wins earlier? Getting battered tonight. Battered. Benny Wins. We played. It's getting a bit hot in here. I think. Right, time to get serious. Okay, another auto pairing. Yes, another auto pairing. George has got his revenge. That was very passive. Okay, try for another auto pairing. The webcam not in ideal position, by the way. Oh no, it was just when I was moving. 5 minutes or okay, super rod. And this one. Okay, doesn't want a castle in a hurry, does he? I'll try and ask him to strengthen my centre. Or not. Yeah, he's not got a castle. It's going to tease me with this position a little bit. There's G4 as well. Oh, okay. Is he going to take here? Knight here to here looks interesting. There's also okay, the centre would collapse Queen H5. Check. I don't think it's worth it. Knight G4 looks pretty tasty. Even here. Okay, Rook G6, Queen D3. No, Rook G6, Knight E5, come on. Okay, let's give me an exchange. Well, that might not be a big deal. So Rook F1. Looking at G6. So Rook F1. Try and get these guys off.
Check.
Free up the queen for Queen F3 without dropping D4. Actually, G4. gives me knight g3 to h5, but I need to sort of be concerned about other things. Let's get this king out of there. He plays bishop e4, queen g3, gives me queen e5, or not. I'm about to be mated, but queen f7.
Check.
Oh god. Okay, no, queen e8, rook f7 seems good. So queen e8, king g7, rook f7 seems good.
Check.
Just about in time for being mated.
Check.
Take off this bishop, or I can just play queen g8.
Checkmate.
Whoa, bit lucky there. Okay, let's continue for a moment on the auto pairing. 2 key. Another Smith more. A Maroxy bind. Get the king off this sensitive diagonal, and I think I'll hold c4 a bit more before operating over here. He might take the bishop, but if he doesn't, I think I might just drop this back. Okay. Now this d6 is also of interest. If I can force e5 to weaken d5, there's that. c5 takes e5 would seem to be winning a piece, but no, actually it doesn't, because of knight d5. He's got knight d5, knight takes, queen takes. It might still be interesting to play this. So takes e5, knight d5, knight d5, queen takes after. Alright, we have this line. So knight d5, I'm going to take. Pardon me. Alright. I can hit the queen for knight f4. I think I'll do that. I think I want to hit the queen and then play knight f4 or take on c5 if possible. That's not happening. f4, f5 might be dangerous for f6. Anything over here? g6, knight g3 maybe for f5. Okay, what's a pawn or two? I want to play f5. f6 takes knight f5 after would be dangerous, I hope. So f5, f6 coming up, queen b3, f5 and f6 looks dangerous. g6, f5 looks fine. Okay, well, I could be being optimistic here, obviously. I'll keep the rook on. There's bishop d5. Let's go for it. Does he take here first? Try and weaken my back row, I guess. But if I take an f6, I'll keep this rook on as bishop d5. There's queen g4 there. Oh, he's on g2. That's the painful bit. He's on g2. Okay, so f5, not immediately. Oh god. No, this bishop d5 is dangerous. What have I gone into here? Okay, bishop d5, queen g4. This is not what I anticipated. Ah, that's unintended counterattack. I thought I was getting my way here. Not the case. f6 threatens, potentially, but it seems there's a counterattack here. Just checking. Maybe e6 and fg. e6 takes fg. As long as his queen's not coming in for it. It's getting a bit scary, all this, what he's doing. There's bishop d6 after. Can I kick this queen out with rook f4 for giving him bishop d6? So rook f4. Ah, God and Bennett. Ah. Alright, FG's threatened, finally. FG. Okay, I know he's got these pawns, but okay. E6, F6. E6 is also dangerous for F. Is it? Maybe. Now surely this gives me a little bit of something to play with. If I unpin, looking at the rook as well. Okay, so I can take that. Takes knight f5 for knight e7 mating. Have rook e1, it's knight e7. Queen e1, knight e7.
Check.
Yeah. Ooh, exciting one. Okay, there's no immediate challenge, so let's carry on quickly on the auto pairing for a bit. Okay. Actually, I'll play this. Yeah, let's play this. So, right, I'll pin this guy, maybe even castle. Maybe like this. Oh. I think h3, I might take that. Let's stop a5 trapping the bishop. Okay, double pawns. And we can d4 a bit. I seem to weaken my own position more. Probably not clever. Well, tempted. I'm just looking at knight d4. If I can get knight d4 in, if the knight moves, I'll be very happy. Actually, knight h5 to f4 looks. I think d4 c rook c3. There's this queen. Play knight f4 rook c3. Knight f4. Looks dangerous. Queen g4. If I play knight g3, queen g4. If I play f5, just to be able to swing the rook to g5. So I want to play knight f4 next. Play king h1. Knight f4 here. I'll rule out queen g4. If he had gone rook, I mean rook f5, there was rook g5. Okay, I don't know what the defense is here. I think king h1 might have been needed. Okay, thanks. Oh, he says gracias, thanks. Right, let's continue swiftly on the 5-minute auto pairing. Yeah, it's always a bit dangerous in Blitz, this piece hack. Okay. Glenn Quagmire, okay, on the challenge. He's pretty good on the auto pairing. I think he's higher rated. I'm sure I've lost him on the 5-minute auto pairing once. in the past. Yes, it's on the channel. I'm pretty sure I've played him before. Character from Family Guy. Is he ready? Why is my head cut off on the stream? What have I done with the webcam? Oh, blimey. Sorry about this. Oh, it hasn't been great for the webcam, has it? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought he challenged me just then. I thought he challenged me. Alright, let's support this. Go on the auto parrying again. A WGM Huber. And this is okay, that's knight c6 French. Try the knight c6 French. Trying to carve that into a weapon here. Surprise weapon. Yeah, it's supposed to take how? Something. What's it taking there? Maybe it's taking there. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. Oh god, I'm going to try and remember this. Oh, I'm about to be annihilated. It's taking here for taking on king d7.
Check.
Try and hold d5, maybe c6. What should I take? C6. Or take. I'm wondering, do I get a chance for b6 and bishop a6? Or not? This doesn't look like a solid idea. This looks all a bit scary. Can I put the king away from here for a moment? Yeah, bishop d7. might be good enough for a bit more solidity. Bishop d7. Okay, she's going to play, I guess, e6. Okay, e6 is going to happen, isn't it? Or something horrible. Okay. Is that rook f4? With my king in the centre, I don't like this particularly. Why don't I play bishop e6 to stop this e6? Bishop e6 for a moment. King d7, rook f4. Or king f7. This doesn't look appetizing. Right, I don't want to lose a7 particularly. I wonder if I can play this. No. It looks as though this is horrible. This is horrible. Can I do this? Just trying it as though I'm going to hit e5, which is not really, not really happening. The problem with a6 is knight b3 to c5. If I play a6, knight b3, I can't play b6. Alright, try it like this. Although there's knight f5. This is not good, is it? If I take this, if I don't take it, the knight's coming. Okay, it might be more solid not to take it. These pawns are too much. I might just try and activate the queen. Queen here, oh, that's killer. Hang on, queen there, queen's hanging, rook's hanging.
Check. Check.
Queen e6 and f6, huh? Well, there'll be a perpetual. I mean, it's just perpetual time anyway. I'm not trying for a win. I think it's just perpetual. I don't think it's time for mating me. Famous last words. Haven't I got a perpetual?
Check. Check.
I'll offer a draw. I don't think the king can run. Maybe the king can run.
Check.
Oh boy.
Check. 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 check, check,
Draw.
check, check. Time warning, check, 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 check. Checkmate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was pushing too hard for a win. Come on, I'm 2 rooks up here. Just take the draw. Take the draw for God's sake. Anyway. Okay, yeah. Jerome. Oh, I've got a bad record against Jerome. Okay, I'll try B3. Let's take here. That's a good point. I'm not threatening anything. I don't think I was. I don't know where that king was going. In that previous game. I'll try and hold the fort here. Try and keep control of these dark squares, if possible. Very good. I need to keep control of these dark squares if possible. I'm hoping this light square bishop is going to be a bit hemmed in for a bit. This wants to exchange off all the rooks. All right.
Check.
I got this move. Try and tease some more dark square weaknesses. All right. Over here. That's Queen A1. He can't challenge that immediately. There's 96, right? If he moves there. If I get Queen A1 in, there's an infiltration on A5. This bishop, as long as that's locked in, I'm happy for a moment. Queen A1 to A5 is, I think, a plan. Oh. for this and play h3 if that is a problem. Or queen a7. Just pinning for a moment. Queen c5 after. I think I've got the upper hand anyway here. I've got the upper hand surely. If he's going to play queen c7 or queen d6 h3, alright, try and win a pawn. Well, I like my dark square play. Get the bishop on d4, or not bother. Be nice to play c3, I think. That smacks of desperation of some sort. What's the point of that? Alright, to get bishop e4 in. Alright, to put me on the defensive. Okay, that's a good point. Can I play g4 here? For h5 then later? Am I getting in trouble? G5, Queen E6. Am I the one getting in trouble? He has to parry. Alright. Everything's on a dark square. I'll try playing for my king to come in. I think b5, d5. I'm on g7 here, tying the king. There's g6.
Check.
Okay, ends on a high note. Okay, maybe just one final. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It's let me see what's happening. I'll just ask my co-producer. Just one moment. We'll make it a 3-minute game on the auto pairing. It's kind of the 2-hour mark, isn't it? Okay, maybe our closing speech for the last minute. Okay, just quickly, I just want to say thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the games. And there were some fun games in there. I hope you find, and have a good week. Yeah, have a nice World Championship match as well. I hope you're watching it on ICC. So yeah, comments, questions, likes appreciated. Thanks very much. Thanks so much.